More than just a holiday destination, this place is a world on its own, a paradise where you can relax, go back in time, and challenge yourself with new adventures. If this is the kind of vacation you need, then you must visit Playa del Carmen.
If you have been following our videos, then you know by now that one of our most favorite places in the world is Playa del Carmen. If you have not been following us before, what are you waiting for? Like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe. Playa del Carmen is around 50 minutes away from Cancun's International Airport, and the reason why we love this place so much, it's a little bit complicated. You can't really explain it. You have to be there to feel the place. So it is easier to describe it in Luis's own words.
For me, Playa del Carmen is a happy place where you can experience all the amazing things of the modern world in an environment that maintains and celebrates the beautiful Mexican culture that lives in it.
If you like to shop, if you like to sunbathe, or if you prefer a little bit more of an adventurous holiday, Playa del Carmen has something to keep everybody busy. But because it has so much to offer and we don't want this video to last forever, we're only going to focus on the things that we have actually done and that we would recommend you to do as well, including 4 things that in our opinion are a definite must. Watch the Papantla dancers, visit at least one cenote, watch the Cirque du Soleil show, preferably with the dinner experience, and have dinner at a lush restaurant.
In our first video, we're going to talk about the things to do in the town and not far away from it. And then in our second video, we will recommend you some places to have food, some things to do a little bit further away from the town, and a couple of other important things we believe you need to consider before planning your trip.
But now let's just dive into it so we can explain you a little bit more about them.
What we like to do in Playa.
First, let's focus on the things that you can do walking distance from wherever you are staying. Playa del Carmen has a main street called La Quinta Avenida, the 5th Avenue, a pedestrianized road that runs parallel to the shore, and one of our most favorite things to do, especially in the evening, it's just to walk up and down this road, window shopping and eating ice cream. There are lots of local and also big brand shops. There are loads of restaurants to choose from. You can also find some street performers along the way. You can spend an entire day here without even making it to the beach, which is 1 block away. La Quinta Avenida starts on the south and oldest part of Playa del Carmen, around the ferry terminal and the bus station, and runs 4 miles up to the north. Now, at the beginning of La Quinta Avenida, and as mentioned, the oldest part of Playa del Carmen, you are going to find the Founding Fathers Park. And here is where you're going to experience the Mexican culture at its fullest. Fresh fruit vendors, cheap snacks, a very Mexican church, and Los Voladores de Papantla.
The Papantla Flyers.
This is number 1 in our list of things that you must do in Playa del Carmen. It is a traditional dance that started in the state of Veracruz, but now it's famous in the whole of Mexico. The dancers literally fly around a 30-meter pole tied with ropes descending to the ground, while the 5th one remains on top of the pole playing a flute and a drum. The performance is free. At the end they will only ask for a donation so they can support their families, because most of these dancers, this is what they do. We have seen it many times. Me as a Mexican, I have seen it since I was a little kid, but it never ceases to amaze how beautiful it is. Make sure that you go to see them at the beginning of your holiday, because trust us, you will want to go back. And starting right in front of the park and running all the way up towards the north, you have the very famous and beautiful beach of Playa del Carmen, which is also part of the very famous Riviera Maya in Mexico. With so many things to do in Playa del Carmen, it is very easy to forget to spend some time just enjoying and sunbathing in the beach. So make sure that you separate a couple of days specifically for this. Now, if you want to explore a little bit further away from Playa del Carmen, there are some things that you can reach just a few minutes by car, taxi or public transport. Remember that in Mexico, public transport is really cheap compared to other countries, so take advantage. And one of those things is number 2 in our things that you must do in Playa del Carmen. and it is to visit a cenote. What is a cenote? Cenotes are natural wells or reservoirs formed when a limestone surface collapses and exposes the water underneath. They are absolutely beautiful, and you can find lots of them all over Playa del Carmen that you can visit. Some places like Labnaja Eco Park and Xcaret Eco Park have not only cenotes but also underwater rivers and caves that you can explore. Or you can also find places that have nothing else but the cenote. These ones would obviously be a little cheaper as well. Our recommendation to go and visit some cenotes is what we have done before, and it starts by researching which cenotes you would like to visit. Down in the description we're gonna leave a website to help you get started with this. And then rent a car or use public transport to reach them. This way you decide what cenotes you want to visit, and you can see and swim in several ones on one day. There is also the other, a little bit more expensive option, which would be taking a tour that will take you to visit the cenotes. The thing with this is that you're going to be a little bit limited because they will decide what cenotes they take you to visit. But it's a hassle-free option as well. Now you can do this online, you can find a tour and book it in advance, or if you don't have a tour by the time you reach Playa del Carmen, you can walk through La Quinta Avenida and you're gonna find lots of stands selling tours. Now, don't go for the first stand that you ask for information. Always ask in several ones so you can find the best price. Another fantastic option to spend one day when you visit Playa del Carmen is to visit one of the many eco parks that you can find around there, like Xcaret, Xel-Há, Explore, and Labnaja. These eco parks are full of full-day experiences, and they have beaches, underground rivers, zip lines, animal encounters, snorkeling, and lots of other activities. Some of these parks are a little bit more nature and culture oriented, and some others are a bit more adventurous. It really depends what kind of holiday you want to have. Down in the description we're going to leave the website to these parks so you can explore them with a little bit more detail. The prices to reach them range from around $100 depending on the park, and you can also reach them by public transport. If the one you decide to visit is Xcaret, you must stay for the evening show. Xcaret México Espectacular. It is a fantastic show with more than 300 artists on stage, a representation of Mexico's history and culture. I am Mexican, and I was very proud when I watched this show, just because it shows how amazing, beautiful and unique my country is. It lasts around an hour and a half, and trust me, it is amazing. The show is included with basic seats in the general admission ticket of the park, but we love shows and we love food, and they do have an option that puts these two together. So for $64 extra per person, you get an exclusive 7-course gourmet dinner that you can enjoy during the show in preferential seats. Everything is made with the flavors and the scents from Mexico, and it was fantastic. And honestly, not even expensive considering what you get. If you have the chance to do it like this, totally go for it, because it does make the experience completely different. Finally, also a few minutes away from Playa, Cirque du Soleil has a resident show called Hoya. And it has been there for years, in a venue especially built for the show. Their ticket prices vary depending on the seats that you choose, but as I said, we love shows and we love food, so when we did it, we went for the full experience. The dinner show experience. I'm not gonna lie, it is not cheap. It cost around $250 per person, but it was the best part of our entire trip. The experience starts when you are received by your hosts 1 hour before the actual show starts, and it just goes on and on until the moment you leave the venue. And the food was just sublime. It was perfectly designed and timed for the show. It is an interactive experience with your plate. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, because if you do it, it is an amazing surprise, but I will tell you that it gets to the point where you can actually eat your menu. That's how amazing it is. This is one of those things that has to be in your bucket list. If you have enough time during your holiday and you want to explore a little bit more further away than just the surrounding area of the town, there are some things that you can do. First, and closer to Playa, we have the island of Cozumel. The island is right across from Playa del Carmen, and the ferry to get there lives right next to the Founding Fathers Park on the south side of town. The ferry takes 40 minutes to cross, and the island has its own very Mexican town, beautiful, beautiful beaches, Mayan ruins, and some adventure tours as well. We have our Western Caribbean video where we go into a little bit more detail about them, so just click on the card above. Another thing, also 40 minutes away by car, or around 1 hour in public transport, you can visit the area of Tulum. Tulum has 3 amazing reasons to visit. Number 1, a small and still untouched, very Mexican town. Number 2, stunning beaches and beautiful eco hotels. And 3, one of the most famous Mayan ruins in Mexico. As we mentioned, the town is not very big, but it is everything that you can imagine from a Mexican town. Now, when it comes to places to stay or to spend the whole day, Tulum has some of the most incredible hotels that you will ever see. Most of them are eco hotels, designed and created to blend with the environment, as Tulum is a protected area. And this design is what makes them look like places that you only see in the movies. And even better, they are not actually as expensive as you would expect. The one hotel that we will recommend you in this area and that we have used before, it's called Diamante K. A very boho, relaxed style hotel surrounded by over 200 palm trees. This is the place that I chose to ask Luis to marry me. That's how beautiful it is. The hotel has 30 cabins divided into categories. We stayed in the bungalow suite with ocean view. Now, why did I choose it? Just look at it. Just look at it. Come on. But also because it has a private terrace where the hotel organized dinner for us, and the place where I popped the question. And it is located just 2.5 kilometers away from the Tulum Ruins, so you can literally just walk on the beach to reach them. Link in the description below. Now, speaking of the Tulum Ruins, these ruins are set apart from all the other ruins in Mexico because they boast their own private beach. The pyramids were built 700 years ago, right next to the ocean, as a seaport for the trade of jade and turquoise, and it is amazingly preserved. The ruins cost around $4 to enter, and it is a half-day trip.
And this is the end of the first part of all our recommendations for when you visit Playa del Carmen.
If you do have any questions about Playa del Carmen or about the places that we mentioned, please do write it in the comments below.
And don't forget to keep an eye for the second part video where we will talk about the things that you can do when you visit Playa del Carmen but are a little bit further away from the town. We're also going to tell you our recommendations for places to eat, among other important things to know for when you plan your visit.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and also switch on the notifications so you know when our next video is up. Stay safe and wear a mask if it's requested by your local authorities. We'll see you in the next one and have a fantastic week.